Hi, this is Mark Tibbs speaking. You're watching Sporting Icons. You don't need to be anywhere else.
How's everything since we last spoke?
Yeah, everything's okay. Still frustrated with this boxing luck and getting ready, and Dillian's out in Portugal. I've been backwards and forwards a few times now. Date keeps moving, but it's no one's fault. It's just this bloody COVID disease that's going about. But hopefully, I can see light at the end of the tunnel now. I think we all can, but then we've just got to listen out for the government's thumbs up.
Yeah, exactly. Has Eddie got a permissions from the British Boxing Board of Control, all that kind of stuff, ready for his matchroom shows for Dillian?
I've had a couple of emails from the board of control, and so that's a good positive sign. They're emailing me and whatnot about the gyms and what to do and what not to do, all the precautions and what all the regulations sort of thing. So that's a positive sign. But Dillian's out in Portugal and he's in a close knit community and he has been for 3 months. So he's all right. He's in the best place he can be.
You going out this week, aren't you?
I plan to get out there. I hope to be out there within at least before the end of next week. We've just got I hope to be out there before the end of next week. Bring some gears and bring some game plans to the camp.
Well, that's the thing.
Some momentum. But no, he's in a good. He's done some good foundation training, I must say.
Because the fight's only 8 weeks away now. Potentially.
Well, it's not been confirmed, is it? So it's not been. Is it been confirmed? Martin, you tell me.
Well, Eddie said that they're penciled in August the 15th.
But, because of this COVID, it's been penciled in since May, isn't it? So it keeps bloody changing. I mean, it's not Eddie's fault, but it's one of them things, I guess.
Yeah, that's right. So Dillian's going on all right. I'm over in Portugal. Actually, how difficult is it, the fact that he's in Portugal and you're in the UK?
Well, in what way is it difficult? What do you mean?
I mean, like a one-on-one. Because obviously, you're a one-on-one coach, so you like to be there to do the pads. You like to see them as often as you can.
I do. I'd much rather be in camp. During while we've got a fight on. But if the fight's not there, then we've got a lot of time to. We can't overcook him. You know what I mean? We can't. Otherwise, you get stout. Some people think the longer you're in camp, the better you're going to get. No, it don't work like that, Martin, at all. Do you know what I mean? But he's got Ruben and Peter over there doing the strength and conditioning with him, and they know when to bring it up and when to tone it down. Yeah,
that's it. And how's he on weight? Has he lost all the puppy fat since the Marius Wack fight?
Well, he's a lot better since the Marius Wack fight, but there's still a little way to go. But we've got a little way to go to the fight as well. So it's all in order.
So do you find it frustrating when people seem to be overlooking Povetkin? Because I know how dangerous he is. You know how dangerous he is.
Well, looking at Povetkin, I've been watching him the last couple of weeks, and I'm very confident, but you can't never be overconfident because of his because of his pedigree in general. So he's I think Dillian's he's going to be a little bit bigger than him, longer than him, and younger than him. so we've got the edge.
Yeah, that's right.
Do you know what I mean?
Now, speaking of frustration, it must be because you're part of Team White. When you're hearing things along the lines of Tyson Fury versus Wilder next, and then they're going straight into a Joshua fight.
Yeah, well, see the Tyson Fury Wilder fight. Now, you tell me, Martin. Well, why have we seen this for the third time? Because I personally don't want to see it again.
I'm saying.
But no one's got to go what I want to do. But realistically, I'd rather see him fight Joshua.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like fight Joshua, and then Dillian should fight the winner.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But But you got him. You got Fury and the Wilder 3 again. You got that, and then you've got Joshua's fighting Pulev, and they're already talking about. They're already making plans of Joshua and Fury, and they've got obstacles in front of them already, and they're not easy obstacles. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
But I suppose businessmen and promoters have to plan. They have to plan. I know, but it's frustrating for Dillian and myself because of how far we've come and how we've worked. But I personally don't like this third fight with Fury and Wilder. I mean, I know it's all contractual now, but why are they doing it? I mean, Fury done it the first time. He absolutely demolished in the second time. Why do we want to see it again? They should have just done the unification straight away. I mean.
No, I totally agree. I mean, when we look at Fury and Wilder, we know who the better man is in the ring.
Yeah, of course, it's done.
Yeah, exactly.
It's done, but it is what it is. I mean, at the end of the day, I think Dillian's handlers, if they're that frustrated, because I'm just a trainer, but if they're that frustrated, they've all got to get round the table with the WBC policing it, and have it out, and you'll get a feel of what's going on. You'll be able to do the business, but we're all given parts of the world, chucking out your opinion. It's frustrating, and it looks like the champions with the managers holding it hostage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I know it's not really like on my place to say, but I mean, for me, I think that Eddie Hearn should have done something a bit more than what he has. As in, already got a world title shot, already got hold of the WBC and said, right, let's sort this out, because if you don't, we're going to have to go elsewhere.
I see what you're saying, but I think Eddie's done a great job with Dillian as well, also.
Oh, financially and everything, yeah, of course, of course.
I mean, I know what you're saying, but, Dillian managed himself. He's got his handlers, and yeah, it's a tricky one.
Yeah, do you think that, like a Dillian, he probably should have already had his world title shot by now when Wilder was champion?
Yeah, I mean, for sure. Yeah, that should have happened. Well, I was saying that. But yeah, of course. But it's all about the pecking order, isn't it? It's all about the pecking order and money. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but Dillian brings number one and he brings money, doesn't he? So all lines should be straight, shouldn't they? You would think.
Listen, I want Dillian Whyte to fight for the heavyweight championship of the world. No more than you do.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? No more than you do, and he deserves it. He's mandatory. He's number one. He has been for some time.
Mm-hmm.
But for some reason or another, he's not getting it. And I've got my own thoughts on it. But I do my job. And I stick to what I do best. And that's getting him ready to fight and do whatever's in front of us.
No, that's right. I mean, is there a favourite that you would rather Dillian fight between Joshua and Fury?
No, I'll be honest with you. Dillian's in a position now where we can't pick and choose. Whoever's champion's champion. Do you know what I mean? And if we was to fight Joshua tomorrow, there's a way to fight Joshua, and if we was to fight Fury, there's a way to fight Fury. And Dillian can adapt to both styles, because that's what he does. He's an all-rounder. He's now an all-rounder, and you've got to be.
Yeah. One of the things that I find quite frustrating is that people say, well, why don't Dillian just step aside and let Joshua and Fury fight for Undisputed? Why can't he just wait? But if you're Dillian, you don't care about Joshua and Fury fight for Undisputed. You want to fight for Undisputed.
Yeah, well, Joshua and Fury should be fighting each other for the Undisputed, and then Dillian, that's the winner. Is that right?
Well, if, for example, if Fury gets past Wilder next, then Dillian, he's due his shot in February, isn't he?
Well, if he's due his shot in February, he should get it then.
Yeah, but the way that they're talking, they're going to try and bypass Dillian and fight for Undisputed.
Yeah, of course. That's the way they're talking. Well, he's got to take legal action, isn't it? It's simple. He's got to take legal action or jump on a plane and sit down around the table and see what's going on. So he wants to be kept happy, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it must be frustrating. Yeah, go on.
Very frustrating. I keep hearing of these franchise belts. And when's that come about? Franchise belts. Someone mentioned it to me a little while ago. What's that? Where's that come from?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just, honestly, I'm absolutely... I'm pissed off and frustrated. No, I'm frustrated by it all, but, you know, I just do my job and get on with it. But if I was Dillian, he manages himself. If he's got a couple of people around him, he's got to get them around the table and sit down with all of them. You know what I mean? That's how you do things. Or jump on a plane and knock on the office door and put it on them.
Exactly,
that's the
old
only way to do it. What's that?
Exactly, do it old school. Just put it on.
That's the only way to do it, my man. You've got to confront these people, sit down and ask them their fucking problem. Excuse my language.
No, absolutely correct. Oh. You know what, I totally agree with you. No, this whole franchise thing came about because Bob Arum said that when Fury beats Wilder, no guarantees, but either way, when Fury beats Wilder, if Dillian insists on his world title shot, then we may vacate the belt and petition for the WBC to make him franchise champion. So
to
Dillian,
make who franchise champion?
Tyson. So
yeah, okay.
So like a Dillian, he'll become full champion, and then Joshua Fury can fight, but it won't be for Undisputed because then Dillian's holding the belt, isn't he?
Will Dillian become full champion, without fighting no one, or he's got to fight someone?
No, he won't, because he's interim champion, so he'll automatically become full champion. So, an example would be
hold it, Martin. So he'll automatically become full champion without fighting no one?
Yeah.
Mate, it's getting worse, isn't it? I mean, you can't just win titles without fighting for them. It don't make sense, but...
yeah.
What's that all about? I don't listen. I'm lost with it all. I mean, the world's changing that fast, but this is ridiculous. But I've got to say, Bob Arum talks sense when he talks sense, but that don't make sense to me.
No, exactly. Exactly, because a lot of people want to see Fury Joshua. Of course they do, and I'm sure you do too. But
the reason why we want to see Fury and Joshua is because they're the belt holders, right?
Yeah.
So that's how it is, yeah? They're the belt holders. And then whoever wins out of them two, that's unification done. Yes or no?
Correct.
And should Dillian Whyte fight the winner? Yes or no?
I think he should fight Fury before them two fight, but yeah.
Right, I get what you're saying. But why has it gone too far with these? It's gone too far now with these negotiations, or are they just chuck it? Are these negotiations? Seems to me it's all talk. How can you talk about fights when they've got fights beforehand? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. There's nothing worse than like a looking past an opponent, is there?
Well, it never used to happen that way, but they all seem to be doing it now. Or is it because they've got nothing to do during this pandemic situation? Is that what's happening? Because it seems like it to me.
You might be right there. You might be right. Because I'm sure, I mean, obviously, like, you know Dillian very well, I'm sure that he would rather fight and beat Fury in the ring for the belt than just be awarded it.
Well, yeah, I mean...
no, I'm sure he'd take it, but...
Of course he would. I know he said if he got awarded the belt, he's awarded the belt, he's going to go and defend it and make money and whatnot. But you know, none of us, me as a young fighter when I was growing up, I never used to get buys. There was a lot of fighters back in the amateurs. We never got buys back then, but I do know fighters that got buys, couldn't wait to get buys to the final and win the final without fighting.
Yeah.
That to me is just ridiculous. But it is what it is. And listen, if that's the way, if that's the way the cookie's going to crumble, he will have to defend that given title if it comes that way, if it comes around that way.
Yeah.
But you know, who can argue with Bob Arum? He's the godfather.
True. Well, the same thing happened with Jamal Charlo, didn't he? Because he was the interim champion for WBC. he got the belt when they made Canelo franchise champion, and same with Devin Haney when they made Lomachenko franchise champion.
Yeah.
So same thing will happen with Dillian.
Yeah.
But then it takes the shine off Joshua Fury because it won't be for Undisputed.
Okay, yeah. Well, we'll have to see how it unfolds, and it'd be interesting if Dillian takes any action with all what's going on, like legal action or whatever. But I'm just focusing on this me getting out to Portugal next week and get stuck in this training camp for this August the 15th. In the back of Eddie's garden show.
Well, what do you think of that concept?
Well, yeah, I mean, look at Bob Arum. He's done something over there, hasn't he? In Vegas, and
yeah, he's doing it again tonight, isn't he?
He's doing it again. Is it Thursday? Yeah, Tuesdays and Thursdays. Yeah. So I mean, if Eddie wants to do that and he could do it, I think it's good domestically. I was surprised that Dillian and Vivek was going to do it, but listen, let's do it. If they're up for it, let's do it. You know what I mean?
Well, that'd be strange though, because it would just be like an outdoor spa, wouldn't it, without the head guards?
No, do you know what, Martin? What happens is, when they engage and you get them ready in a dressing room and you pump them and they get pumped, Dillian will just engage and fight, smartly, but you have to switch on. Fighters, that's what they do. They switch on regardless, and you have to. We've all been in. Dillian's done plenty of sparring, and it's gone off in gyms. I've been with him when it's gone off. And,
oh, really?
I've seen some great fights, great spars, I should say. But you pay to watch, so no, it can work. I never saw the Shakur Stevens, the Bob Arum show. Did you see it at all, Martin?
Yeah, I've seen the highlights. It's kind of weird because without crowd, you can hear even a jab.
Really?
Yeah, you can just hear the jab. You can hear the cornerman and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So.
See, when I hear of these shows taking place behind closed doors, I always thought, we've got to do what we've got to do to keep the sport going.
Yeah,
for sure. But if we all went our own way, obviously we would have crowds. But I hear that crowds are going to put crowds back there hopefully in September and that. So we're not too far of August then. So but we've been saying that for months about about shows taking place in May, June, July, and but now they're starting. So at least they're starting. That's a good sign.
That's right. Right. Is there any news on Richard Ragpoor and Charlie Duffield and Harvey Horn and that? Have these guys got any kind of dates?
Do you know what? I do intend to call all the fighters as it happens before Friday tomorrow, so I will call them all. But I want to talk to Richard and see what he's been up to. I think are we allowed back in gyms next week? Do you know, from Monday I've heard.
You're allowed back in gyms now, but you can't do sparring. And for example, if you're going to do pads, you've got to wear the mask.
Okay. I've got a gym now, which I'm setting up, and I've got to meet the owner tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
So I'm at my London-based gym, so I'm still going to work out at the Peacock, and I have to. I'm still going to travel here and travel there.
Yeah.
You do it as a trainer, but I've got my own base, which is only 3 or 4 miles from where I live now, so I'm excited about that. Oh,
brilliant! Is your dad involved as well?
Yes, he's coming to a meeting tomorrow at 12 o'clock.
Oh,
and
nice.
he don't know he is yet, but I will phone him in a minute. You've just reminded me. But listen, I can't wait to get out to Portugal again. He's got a great setup out there.
Yeah.
A lovely place, Portugal, really lovely. From what I've seen of it, it's a real nice, tranquil resort sort of thing, and the gym's fantastic. The facilities are. And the people that run it are lovely people too. So yeah.
I'm sure he's happy. He's got his dogs with him and that as well, hasn't he?
That's it. He's got his dogs with him. He's fucking talking to everyone like he's talking to his dog sometimes. He's good as gold. He's good as gold.
All right, mate.
Lovely, Martin.
All right, mate. You take care. Thanks very much for your time, and hopefully we get official date for Dillian Povetkin and his whole franchise is on or it's off. Hopefully we find out proper news soon.
Yeah, that's it, mate. Lovely, Martin. Great to talk to you, mate. Stay safe and see you soon. Speak soon. Take care, buddy.
And you, buddy. Take care now. Try.
Take care, mate. Bye.